Hello and good morning. This is Not Move Podcast, Chiefs recap. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's game day.
I'm
It
ready.
it is. We
All right.
survived another off season. So my name is Chief 316. I got JB in the house with me, and we also
Yes,
have a
sir.
special guest today. We have Amir, who is an avid Chargers fan. We've been chopping it up with him for a little while in the TikTok spaces, and wanted to bring him on and see exactly what his thoughts and feelings are about his Chargers. Amir, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. No problem.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, so we gotta. So as far as things we want to talk about today, just a quick rundown. We're wanting to break down this game, wanting to break down the fact that we just made it to football. It's time. It is absolutely time to sit down and watch that sport we love. So, JB, without further ado, let's. We got any quick housekeeping? Anything as far
Oh
as what you?
man, I'm so happy that football is back. Blessed up P in the house. What's going on, my guy? Um, man, not much, man. We got the Brazil showdown, Chiefs Chargers. The Chiefs coming off a brutal Super Bowl loss. We know obviously to the Eagles. Tonight's all about a little bit of redemption. Kind of get us in that good graces back in that W column. Jalen Royals, he's out with the knee issue. Hollywood Brown, he'll be playing. He'll be active for today or tonight. Um, you know, we ain't got no really big injury concerns. Josh Simmons, he's looking amazing. He's got that. Time will only tell. Time will only tell with this game. I'm really excited to actually see him line up with against Cleo Mack and the Chargers pass rush. This should be a pretty good test for him.
Well, talk
On
about a first test as far as having to put him up against a seasoned veteran in Khalil Mack. Uh,
right.
that's going to be a tall test. I mean, Amir, if you could elaborate on it just a little bit, as far as putting up Josh Simmons, who, in statistics wise, if you want to go
Oh,
down that road, only gave up 2 sacks in his college career. His first meaningful NFL game is against Khalil Mack.
I mean, he matches up against Karlaftis, like during practice, right? So,
Mhm.
I don't think that while Karlaftis is maybe as seasoned obviously as Mac is, I still think he's an excellent outside edge guy. So I think he'll be ready for it. But with Khalil Mack, sometimes he has these games where he's just on fire, man, and it doesn't matter who you throw over there. The Raiders found that out, and he had a six-sack game against them. And so there are times when the Khalil Mack that we all remember from the Raiders between they drafted him, and a few times with the Bears, it really shows up or has the opportunity to get schemed in, and he has a big game. So um, I guess I think it's going to be all about the Chiefs scheme and how they want to attack Khalil Mack, right? Because it's not just him. You got Tui Pelotu on the other side, and
Um,
Cal Kennard and I forgot the other guy's name, the other rotational guy, and so they're going to be rotating guys in and out, and along that, I think the line of scrimmage in this particular game is really everything, if you ask me.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're as far as I'll say this, and I'm going to stay confident. It may be a little bit bold, but I'm an optimist by nature. At this present time, the left side of my offensive line is a non-issue from here and
Facts.
until I see some a serious mental breakdown or something like that, which can happen. We had to deal with that with Wanye last year and DJ Humphreys and a few of those guys. So not going to say that it can't happen, but at this present time, I feel that we can put a bookend on the issue of an offensive lineman for left tackle right now.
Right.
Now, the next thing I guess you said Royals is not playing, so you have with Rice suspended, Royals
Yeah.
out. So you're going to be Worthy, Juju, Thornton, and who would be our
Brown.
four today? Brown.
No,
Oh
so
yeah,
it's Worthy number 1, Brown number 2, Juju's number 3, and then what's spaces 4?
Thornton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and forgive me, but Hollywood Brown has always been injured, so I don't
Mm.
know if he's playing. He's that kid that you don't know
Yeah,
if he's
no,
going
no,
to
no.
show up
That's
to
what I
class or
said. I
not.
said Hollywood is cleared. He's healthy. He's ready to fly. It'll be, hey, one good thing is, you guys, this is gonna be one of the first free shows or free NFL games on YouTube.
Oh wow, it's
Shout
gonna
it
be
out.
free. That's good.
NFL's global push for real.
You know, that's
Yeah.
because they're tired. Everybody using Stream East
Well,
and
Yeah.
they're
watch.
Well, that got shut down.
It
It's
didn't.
no
It
more.
didn't. It didn't.
Oh,
It didn't.
really?
No, it didn't.
Uh,
No. No, I'm not going to say obviously because obviously I'm not trying to give
right,
them no.
right.
However, that's not there. That's not there.
Yeah. So with these TV deals, it's always been one thing that I've kind of talked about. I love the inner workings of it because Commissioner Tagliabue before Roger Goodell predicated his tenure as the NFL commissioner to make sure that, especially not only just for the entire country, but for those outside of the world or outside in other countries, he prided himself on making the NFL accessible to everyone. So it kind of always makes me think twice when I see the streaming deals with the Netflix, with Peacock, with Amazon, so on and so forth. I remember back in the day when they first started bringing games up to the NFL network, everybody was kind of like, whatever, because you could always go and see your local team on your local market, or you could always go and have two games on a Sunday. So it's one of those things with, I'm glad it's free on YouTube, at least this week. I know it's a test run. I know what they're trying to do here, and also to get more people to get YouTube TV and Sunday Ticket and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else.
That's
Well,
really what
they
it is.
just
Yeah.
switched it around now. You can get Sunday Ticket on a month-to-month basis rather than paying for the whole season. So they're trying to move and shake just a little bit. But with that being said, I think as far as the game tonight goes, I think it'll go off without a hitch. We won't have any Mike Tyson fight issues as far as loading goes, I hope. So,
Yeah,
I,
all hope that everything goes well with that field. We know how it was last
yeah,
year.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
a lot of
That field
slipping
was yeah,
around, and it
yeah.
was it was totally trash. I know. Hopefully, with the NFL doing something and being more prepared and knowing and having a game out there already, they can kind of be a little bit more prepared. Um, I know it's going to be cool having Isaiah Pacheco fully going and getting ready. He's
That's
healthy,
a good
hungry
matchup.
as well. Yeah,
so
they'll rely on that to control the tempo, I think, a little
this
bit.
was the first training camp Isaiah Pacheco went through without any injury since his rookie year.
Oh, that's good. That's good for him.
Well,
Obviously.
yeah, you hope so. I mean, the guy just spent majority of the season last year hurt.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
I
I mean,
mean,
but Pacheco really was he really wasn't a closer. He's not a closer type running back,
well,
right?
that's the way our running backs have always been, though. Is we're not as far as the running game for the Kansas City Chiefs go. The last
yeah,
closer slash home run hitter we had, in my opinion, was Jamal Charles. If you need to go a little bit more current, you could possibly go Spencer Ware or Davian Williams. But
Mhm.
I don't know. Kareem Hunt kind of
I'll
was.
take that because I just don't see Pacheco as a closer. At least not with we don't know if it's going to be that way. I suppose he could because he does run with an aggressive tone. He sheds a lot of arm tackles and the like. And you can always count on two yards and he'll fall for that third with Pacheco. So I like it for that. But that's if you ask me, that's the real deal about this particular game. because the Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, um, he's gonna be ready for whatever the Chiefs throw at him as far as in the defensive backfield. But I think what's gonna happen is down underneath with Kelsey and those underneath routes is really where the game is going to be won and lost. And that's why I think if the Chiefs control the line of scrimmage and Pacheco's going to get 3 yards of carry, then it's going to be really hard for the Chargers to stop the Chiefs.
Yeah. Now, if I could ask you real quick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JB.
I got some questions for you guys. Now, I know you guys went in the Chargers as the Chargers. You guys went and picked up Najee Harris. That kind of gives you guys a little boost in that running back room. He's kind of ready to grind. That's your guys' way to keep us off the field. Now, that's the best way to beat the Chiefs is keeping Mahomes off the field, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, like, I mean, with your guys' O-line shakeup, like, how do you see that, like, really affecting you guys with Slater? I mean, he just signed that extension, and then, I mean, I'm gonna ask you that, how you see that affecting, your guys' side.
The run game?
Yeah, well, your run game, pass game. I mean, now your whole line just shifted. I mean, you went from Alt being on the right tackle, Slater on the left. Now Slater's out. You got Alt going to right. You guys had to bring in somebody to go and take over the right. I mean,
right now, there's a lot of Charger fans who are really shaky about the offensive line because Alt goes to left. Nobody's really worried about Alt on the left. However, we're as far as everybody else goes right now. We don't know what's happening with Mekhi Becton, if he's going to play, if he's not going to play. I know Harbaugh said he's going through something, and whenever Harbaugh says that you're going through something, it's usually something non-football related. So Becton was, but who had and man, it's frustrating the day like that. I mean, because of him and Najee Harris are kind of reminding me of J.C. Jackson right now, where they're not. You might not be ready to go. You hurt your eye with a fireworks accident. Stuff you're not supposed to do as a professional. You're like as a professional, this is what you do for a living. You're supposed to have this stuff kind of tidied up, and it's the same thing with Mekhi Becton, and he affects the offensive line. So the Chargers offensive line looks shaky right now, if you ask me, because you got Zion Johnson, Bradley Bozeman. I think we're going to have maybe Jamari Salyer, and then Trey Pipkins, and at Trey Pipkins at right tackle, and then I think they just his left name is Deculus. They just traded for him. Yeah, he might be he's going to be the swing tackle, I think. So honestly, you know what, bro? I think if the Chargers are going to come with something that's going to be, vintage Greg Roman, 2 tight end, 3 tight end. They're going to try to establish the run. If you ask me, it's going to be difficult because the Chiefs' edge rushers, they're quick, they're strong. They played an extremely well-coached game against. I almost said Baquan Starkley. That's what my son said. It was Baquan Barkley, and so that means a lot. The Chiefs are coming in as far as the defense is concerned, coached, disciplined, and sound. Where the Chargers right now are questionable. But the thing about the Chargers right now is that if you're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage just a little bit, the Chargers are bringing in Trey Harris. We're probably going to see a little bit of Keandre Lambert-Smith, with Keenan Allen.
And that was a hell of a signing right there in of itself of bringing Keenan back.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge because Keenan actually got better when he was over there with Chicago, lining up against I forgot that the quarterback's name over in Chicago, but
Williams,
he's really good. Yeah, he's really good.
I'll say this though, and one thing I did want to point out: Joe Alt moving back to left tackle, that was his original position. Right. So he's moving back to what got him his bread and butter. So
Yeah.
That's why I don't see Chargers. I see, okay, honestly, I see it about 50-50 as far as some people worried about that move back. But the
Oh no,
fact that
not
if
that
he's
part.
moving back to his original position, it was the same thing I used to harp on forever as far as Orlando Brown Jr. went back in the day, JB,
Right.
Yep.
where Orlando Brown Jr. did not belong on that side of the field with us because he knew where his bread and butter was. He just wanted to try something different.
Right.
Yep.
But
So,
as
so
far as
you
like,
don't see that affecting
I do, I do.
no,
I think.
hold on, Amir, Chief. So you don't see that? How do you see that affecting, both sides of the ball with the Chiefs' pass rush? I mean, with just not just Alt moving, but because Slater's gone, Alt having to move, and now,
Yeah.
with that right side, you know what I'm
I,
saying? I
I think
mean,
that right side's going to get loaded up with some NASCAR, buddy. Like I really do.
Yeah.
I think Spags is going to throw out a NASCAR package and have some fun. But we'll have to see what and honestly, the only time you see that type of a blitz package anymore is if the game gives it to him. If it doesn't, he's not even going to try it. So I want to see I think honestly, as long as they can get through, I want to say the first quarter and a half and see what happens and let them tee off in the third and fourth if need be.
well, yeah. I want to get a couple last things in real quick. I want to see what's your obviously um Amir, you're obviously for the Chargers. I want to hear what your final score prediction is for this game.
Final score. It's gonna be below 30. I don't think that it's gonna take any more than 30 points for either team to win this game. So just because obviously I'm a root for my guys, I'm gonna say the Chargers put up uh 27-28, and I think it's
7-28.
right and or 27 or 28, and I think the Chiefs put up 1 point more. And because that's the history of the team. They play tight. They play one score games, 28-29, 30-29, 28-24, something like that.
Right.
So I think, yeah, at the top end, 30-28,
So your
30-27.
prediction is the Chargers win what score? Like not the overall score, not the total score, but
Oh,
28, 27, Chargers
yeah, yeah,
win.
yeah, yeah, like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's your prediction?
Chargers win, going to be 28-26.
28-26 Chargers. Chief.
21-24 Chiefs.
See, now I got to go. The Chiefs have beaten the Chargers 7 straight times. Tonight they make it 8. Chiefs 27-21. Mahomes throws for 3 touchdowns. We're calling it.
I just my main focus and my main
Book it.
concern regarding this game, and I wanted to bring this up towards the end after our predictions, okay? Because listening to our local affiliate up there in Kansas City at 96.5 The Fan, listening to their morning show, and they were interviewing some guys who work with the team and are down there with them, and they also pulled up, and I also pulled up Chargers radio just to see what they're saying. Both sides are not happy right now because
With
of
the
all the
draft.
logistics, with all the travel.
Yeah.
Chiefs traveled 12 hours. The
Yeah, Chiefs
Chargers
travel 11
traveled
hours. No,
13
he changes
hours.
to 2 hours.
Yeah, and then they have to travel 2 hours to and from the stadium. Both teams do. So they're
Wow.
both. So honestly, at this point, I can say I want my Chiefs to win, but I want both teams to leave this game intact with no major injuries
Absolutely.
like we had last year with the Eagles and the Packers, because
Absolutely.
that field was horrendous last year. I just hope that they got that issue taken care of so we can play football.
Facts.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, gentlemen, it was nice. It was great. Good luck to your Chargers, Amir. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Not a problem. Not a problem. We'll look forward to possibly getting you back rematch. And later on down the road. Chief, always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Hey, don't forget to hit up all of our socials. We
Yep.
have TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We also have Kick, and I think there's one more that I'm missing on those platforms. But as far as streaming goes, we are on Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, And I know we're moving towards other platforms soon. If you do have any platforms you'd like us to be on, please put them in the comments so we can see what you are needing, so we can try and help
Yeah.
you guys out as best we can.
You
This
can
is
also
the
reach us at not move podcast 25 at gmail.com if you guys want to email us, got us any suggestions, critiques. We're always open. But yeah, it's been great. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. It's not move podcast. Signing out.
Not Moved.